hi, sleepy boy. Oh, hi. Thank you. Thank you. I love the kisses. So Risu and Volt had their annual dental cleanings yesterday. Volt's recovered just fine, but this little one is just still sleepy. He was so loopy yesterday. It was really sad. But he's been so cuddly, and I live for cuddles. And also, hopefully I have enough camera battery left, because that's my life. Do I ever learn? I do not. Also, I got some eyelash glue, so my eyelashes are actually attached to my face, which is great. Anyways, hey squirrels, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Juniper Rose, and I am so excited because today I am finally filming my Q&A. You guys have sent in some amazing questions that I'm so excited to be able to answer for you today. So grab some coffee, tea, mashed potatoes, a popsicle, I don't know, whatever you want to snack on, settle in, cozy up, and let's get right into it. But first, always, every time, coffee. Oh yes. Okay, so I've got all of your questions down. I'm going to be looking at my phone for the question thingy because, I don't know, that's what you do. And I know that some of these are like old as hell, but they're still really good questions. I did go through and scour my Instagram as well as the comment section of my channel to make sure that I didn't miss any questions. If I did accidentally miss a question, I'm very sorry. I'm sure I'll be doing some more Q&As in the future, so stay tuned for that. And I just hope I didn't miss anything because I love you guys and I don't want anybody to feel left out, okay? Okay, so question number 1 is from Lippy Witch. I am kind of new to Instagram, so I am unsure where to tag you, but my Q&A question for you is, what are your thoughts on those who are atheistic in witchcraft or don't believe in literal deities? Awesome question. So what are my thoughts on either atheistic witchcraft or those who don't believe in literal deities? The reason why I find this very interesting is just because, especially as of my most recent few videos, I have mentioned that I am a secular witch at this point in time. So basically what that means is that I personally do not follow any specific deity or set of deities, you know, and that's completely fine. Like, witchcraft is a very personal path for you, and you can make it what you want. Atheistic witchcraft, I believe, would be where you don't really, of course, believe in any deities. It's fine if you are in your craft to connect with the energies of the universe and you see it as such, and that works for you, then that's awesome. And that's kind of what I've been doing at this point. Part where you don't actually believe in literal deities. I know that a lot of people don't, even though they do follow deities. In essence, they think of these deities as an embodiment of a certain aspect of life or certain traits that have just become an embodiment. So, you know, however makes the most sense for you personally, I say go for it. So the next question is from Gina May Godfrey, and they ask, which tarot card brings the most emotion or energy to you when drawn? I love this question. Okay, so ever since I got my very first tarot deck, which is the Shadowscapes deck, the card that I've always been just drawn to the most is the World. It is the last card on the major arcana, and I don't know, it just brings out some kind of emotion in me. It just helps me feel very connected to the universe and the energies of the universe, and it's so hard to explain in words, you guys. If only I could speak squirrel on my channel, like, life would just be so much easier because I wouldn't be struggling to find words, and I always struggle to find and put words to emotions, but I just feel this deep-rooted connection to the earth when I see that card in particular, especially from the Shadowscapes deck. So I hope that answers your question. If not, I'm sorry, I tried. So the next question is from Abby Sage 426. So they ask, my question for the Q&A is how you work with the Fae in your practice, which is awesome. Another really good question. So what I did kind of before I had my year-long hiatus or break due to mental health reasons is I always would love to leave offerings for the Fae, you know, and just kind of spend some time outside and just feel their energies or whatnot. I don't know. I feel like they just kind of follow me everywhere, which is interesting. Whenever I do meditate, there's always fairies everywhere, which I mean, I honestly can't complain. So it's just some kind of an energy that's just been such a big part of me for a while, and I am at that point where I'm starting to get back into my craft again, and I am very excited to start working with the Fae again because I do miss them, but I always try to leave them little gifts or little offerings here and there, and as of right now, that's kind of the extent of how I do work with them. Later on in the future, I do hope to do a video on fairy magic and how to work with fairies, or at least my perspective on it. So if that is a video that you guys want to see, definitely leave me a comment down below. So the next question is from Abby Leon, and they ask, you have mentioned dance magic in previous videos, and I was wondering if you could elaborate on what that is and how to do it. This is also my entry for the drawing, same with the Instagram question. LOL. Smiley face. Had to put the smiley face in, guys. Another really good question. So to me, dance magic is the act of being able to just organically connect with your emotions and just dance. It can be different for everyone, and it's just another thing that's kind of an emotion that's hard for me to speak about, but I do also plan on doing a video here in the near future about dance magic, especially once I start getting back into dance myself. But a lot of the time, something simple that I will do. This also kind of correlates with fairy magic, but I love to just kind of improv dance and dance with the fairies. I sound like I'm high out of my mind, but I promise I'm not. But it's just feeling that emotion within you, that unspoken sense of feeling, and instead of expressing it with words, you express it with your body. Sometimes I will cast my circle while dancing, or sometimes it'll just be an impromptu ritual. So for me personally, dance magic is something that's just organically a part of me, and I do hope to just kind of like organize it better so that I can explain it better. Again, leave a comment if you want a video about this. When it comes to speaking about emotions, like, and I'm sure this is just a Gemini thing in general, but I cannot translate from squirrel to English or from what I'm feeling to English. Like, I don't know, does that happen to the rest of you guys? Does that even make any sense? I'm gonna move on after I have coffee. So the next question is from Ronnie, and they say makeup tutorials as a suggestion for other videos to do, which actually originally I was planning to film a makeup tutorial today, but then I realized that my face looked like pizza and I was a very sad potato, so I think I'll wait till my face calms down just a little bit before I do that, but that is a plan in the future. So anyways, they ask, do you like the chilling adventures of Sabrina the Teenage Witch? Also, love you. Kiss your face. I love you too. So this is also an interesting question because I know that it has sparked an interesting topic within the witchcraft community, because we do strive to kind of educate people and eliminate some of the stigma and some of the misconceptions about our craft, you know, which the most popular one is us signing a contract with the devil, so to speak, or us working with the devil, and that's how we get magic or whatever. But you know, that is something that is so far from the truth. 90% of us, unless you are a Christian, which don't really believe in the devil. I personally do not believe in the devil. I think that the devil is a Christian created concept. But you know what, like, I'm not throwing shade at Christianity. I'm not throwing shade at anybody who does believe in the devil. This is just my personal opinion on it, and that that is one of the biggest controversies that I've seen with the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, because the storyline of that television show does follow the Hollywood perceptions of witchcraft and traditionally how Hollywood has historically portrayed witches. But with that being said, I might get a lot of hate for this, but I still love the show. I just take it for what it is. It's a story, it's fiction, and it's still a good show. Yes, there are some cheesy forced moments in it, but overall, I think it's a really good show. It's something that I do look forward to watching. So I know that it's not accurate and that it doesn't portray anything accurate, but they still made a good story out of it, and I just take it for what it is, and that's my opinions on that. So the next question is from Azura Dragonfeather herself, and she asks, what was the biggest influence on you becoming a witch and why? Can't wait to see. And hearts. I hurt you too. This is definitely a good question, and it really makes me think. Witchcraft and paganism was something that I was always very intrigued by as a child and as a young teenager and adult, but never actually had the courage to research it or try it out for myself. Hi, buddy. What's up? Come here. No? Oh, okay. Let's maybe not sit on my glasses, but I'll make you a spot.
I'll make you a spot. Oh, yes. No, you just wanted to be in the video. Oh, yes. Oh, sweet boy. A sweet boy. A sweet boy. Oh, with good breath and leading white teeth. Yes. You're going to start with me like that? Okay. Where was I?
Basically, I never had the courage to look into it just because I was raised in such a strict Christian community. And I don't know, once I finally left that and had the courage to speak for myself and acknowledge myself for who I was, which, I mean, is just a free spirit who loves dogs. Thank you. Thank you, I appreciate that. But it wasn't until I acknowledged myself for who I am and stopped being afraid of what people would think of me and how people would judge me that I actually had the courage to look into witchcraft and paganism and to see if it was a path that was gonna be right for me and that was gonna work for me. And I finally did it. And one of my biggest resources that I was able to use to start finding my path was YouTube. I discovered Azura Dragonfeather and Harmony Nice and just a lot of other witchy YouTubers that had such a huge influence on me finally having the courage to say, you know what? Yes, this is the path that I want to practice, and this is where I want to go with my life, and to not be afraid of what other people would think. And so I am very grateful for that, and that is another reason why I wanted to come here onto YouTube and film my personal experiences with the craft, because maybe one of you guys found your craft through me, and I was able to pass down some of my knowledge and some of my perspective that kind of helped shape your practice in some way, whether you decided you resonated with something or didn't. But either way, that's one of the huge reasons why I decided to film about my craft and put it on YouTube. Alright, so the next question is from Ain't Nature Neat, and they ask, what goals do you have for the next year concerning your craft? Ooh, this is such a good one, isn't it, Vol? Goals for this next year concerning my craft. Well, I definitely want to work to that point where I feel that deep... Excuse me? Use your inside voice. Inside voice. I know, but you're doing really good. I had to kick Volt out because he was being noisy, and now I miss him. But if you hear him at the door, I'm sorry. So my goals for this next year concerning my craft. This is such a good question. It really made me think, and I I think that my number one goal for getting back into my craft and what my goals are for this year is to find a deeper emotional connection to it. And I know that that might sound strange to some of you guys, because that is the main reason why I started my path as a witch. I just had this unspoken emotional interest and connection with the craft that really resonated with me that nothing else did. But with that being said, with all of the mental health things I've gone through this past year, I'm just trying to get back to that point where I can bounce back and actually start to understand and feel and connect through my emotions again. And so nothing terribly like huge and just, I don't know, nothing fancy with my goals with my craft. I just want to be able to connect with it on a deeper emotional level, and I also want to work on my intuition. So I feel like these are some things that are very important, especially as you do practice witchcraft or as you do whatever practice that you have, that your sense of intuition, your sense of emotional connection are going to be the most important things for you. Okay, so I'm gonna try and hurry and finish this. I'm sorry if the camera angles changed or anything, but yeah, my camera died again, so I literally just charged it up just enough. The next question is from Starseeds Retreat, and they asked, now that you look back and know what witchcraft is, what is your first memory of you working your craft? This I find very interesting because there were a lot of things that I did as a kid that were very witchy. Like, I would have tea parties with the fairies in the little grove in my backyard all the time, and there was just a lot of stuff that I intuitively did. And so I would say that's my first memory of me working with my craft, just me being myself before I was old enough to be conscious and aware of people judging me for being who I was or being that free and wild spirit that I've always been. So there's that. And I think that is actually it for the Q&A questions for today. There were 2 more questions that were basically the same thing relating to fairy magic and dance magic that I did not read your specific question in the Q&A, but you will still be put into the drawing for the tarot reading. So I did see your messages. Don't worry if I did not mention you in this video, and I'm sorry if I didn't, but yeah. So I will be announcing the Q&A tarot reading winner person this week on my Instagram, so just make sure that you guys are following me there, and I will personally message the winner of the tarot reading. I am so excited to be able to get to know you guys better. I am also terrified to be giving a complete stranger a reading, but you know what, like, I gotta get out of my box, you know what I mean? But anyways, so that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I had so much fun answering all of the questions that you guys had for me. Thank you for submitting a question. Don't forget to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, just leave a comment. I don't know, I love chatting with you guys. It's great. But I am really hoping this video will be shorter than my last ones, which just turn into this giant, I don't know, it turns into like this full-length film of me rambling, which, speaking of which, I need to stop. So thank you again, you guys, and until next time, this witch is out. Bye!